Well, that was quite the ending tonight, Coach. Just take us through the game. Take us through what happened in that overtime play.
Okay, the overtime. I thought we had one of our better overtimes of the year there. Defensively, we were sound. Weren't giving up any chances. Odd man situations. We've had a little bit of problem running around 3-on-3 this year, but defensively we were great. So we came up with the puck more, and we hung on to it and managed it well. I like we turned it back a couple times instead of throwing it away. We had good clean changes, and then at the end of it, Hannah Kanan drives it all the way down and real patient with it, and she put State in a nice close tight spot where he could score from, and he got a great shot off in traffic. There was a great pass and probably even better shot that she put it over the bar.
And then kind of take us through the game a little bit. Seemed like you guys had a really nice defensive effort. Just wasn't a lot of room to go around for most of that game.
Yeah, you know what? I didn't like our first period. We came out standing around a little bit too much. We weren't competing on the puck, and I thought they carried the first period. After the Craig fight, he's trying to spark us there. I think we got a little bit of life at the end of that period, and probably even more so. I think our guys were fired up a little bit after the first intermission and trying to get each other going. And we came out and started the second. I liked the way we were competing, and then next thing you know, we were hanging on the pucks. We were getting a little bit more physical, and I think that helped us. The determination our group showed from in the second and third was real good. And you're right, there wasn't a bunch of room to move. Obviously, the shots were low, and there wasn't a bunch of quality scoring chances on either side. It was still a hard-fought game, in my opinion.
Talk about quite the debut. How about Steve Eminger getting that first goal? Just talk about what he was able to bring to the table tonight.
Yeah, for a guy that hasn't played a lot of hockey this year, he went over to the Spengler Cup. I think he said he played 3 games. Besides that, he's been rehabbing a knee injury. So to come in the first game against a dangerous offensive team like Milwaukee and to be able to defend and then chip in, that's a huge goal. It's the end of the period. We win a draw. We looked like we kind of got lucky with the puck on the broken stick. But, I think it was Craig in front of that made a great play to him on the back door. He just, real good instincts there, knowing the time on the clock and being able to go to the net and then bury his chance. I think it's important. It's something that those veteran guys bring to your team, and that was a big one for us tonight.
And you go through a lot of call-ups, obviously, throughout the course of the year. Forsberg goes back to Columbus. Talk about the play of your goaltender tonight. He had a really nice game as well.
Yeah, he did. You know what? I give credit to the organization and to Thies. The organization for finding a guy like that, knowing that we're going to need depth at some point in the goaltending position. That guy that you can have in your pocket when you have injuries on either team is great. And you're going to need that guy to play games. And he's made the most of his opportunity. He's come in and played real strong for us in all those games. You look at his numbers, he's got a great record with us, and he's a veteran guy that knows how to win. He's come off the bench before in Wilkes-Barre as a backup guy and stole a starting job, and he just knows how to compete. He's been around long enough. He knows how to get wins in this league, and tonight, you're right, it was a great effort. I mean, we had a couple breakdowns and he made some big saves for us.
Absolutely. Just a couple quick updates. So for those who they got to watch the game tonight,